Hey guys, what's going on? Scows here. We got a whole panel tonight for our off the top predictions. Shadow, what's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? It's Shadow here. First and foremost, welcome to the Prediction Podcast. Tonight we were joined by Sammy, who will be intermediately filling in for Too Tall Tyler, who will be joining us shortly. We have All Wrestling for Life, aka Mike. We have Arkham Prince up in the corner here, and our newest member to the team of Off the Top, Cam.
We got our other team member in the chat with us, Nate. Shout out to you. Hope you're feeling better, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Nate, get better, heal up. We're here. Take care of your health, man.
So,
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good, man.
Good.
Pretty good.
Amazing.
everybody excited for the show on Saturday?
Oh yeah,
The show. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think there's going to be quite a few good matches and surprise people with some of the results. I feel that's just my take on the show. Right.
I'm not a big fan of the overseas shows in general. Like Clash was great, but when it comes to the Saudi shows, I've never been a fan of it. But with Triple H in charge, I'm excited to see where this goes.
So, I'm going to start off with one of the singles matches. This is probably my least match that I'm looking forward to. That's going to be the Omos and Braun Strowman match.
Prince, you want to start off? You want to start us off with this one?
I'll try my best. I think, this is one of those matches that could really go any way. I feel like if anyone's gonna win, I truly believe Omos will win. But for these two guys going one-on-one, Braun could win. Right now, he's considered, in my opinion, the underdog for this match. I mean, them two being face-to-face for the very first time, that right there is proof. So, I mean, it's up in the air. I'm not too comfortable with choosing no matter who it is, because this match could go any way, either way.
Okay. Sammy, what's your thoughts?
Same thing as Princess. I'm not. Those
All
two wrestlers I'm not really familiar with. So I have to be honest with you on that one.
Okay, that's fair. How about you, Mike?
I think it's gonna be Omos just due to the fact on Raw they actually made him look like not sluggish like he was. So it looks like, to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna say Omos. He actually had a pretty good match, even though it was with three smaller guys, but he actually looked pretty good.
All right, fair enough. How about you, Cam?
Honestly, I'm kind of with I'm with Scales on this one. I don't really particularly care about this match, but I think it's going to be Omos just because I think they're trying to build Omos as like the next big monster or whatever. So for him to lose to Braun Strowman really wouldn't make sense because of the way they're building him right now. It would just kill his momentum. So yeah, that's what I think.
All right, Matt. We know you love these giant men going at it. So who's your pick?
My issue is both men need a win. Like,
Right.
how are you going to do this and actually give somebody a loss? Like, Strowman, to me, needs him more than Braun does, because we really haven't seen Strowman do anything since Triple H took over. Like, he came back, he was beating up the tag division, and then what's he done? He really hasn't done much. Unless they're just holding it over and he's going to be part of Bray. If that's the case, then Omos is getting the win. Because then Braun doesn't need it because he's going to get everything done through Bray.
Right.
So,
So you're picking Omos then, or you're going 50-50 on it?
it's a toss-up for me, but I feel that they're going to give it to Braun, actually.
Okay. For me, I could care less. I don't give a shit. So I don't even want to see Omos on my screen, to be fair. So I'm taking Strowman.
Okay. Let's move over to a match from the SmackDown side. Let's talk about the steel cage match between Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross.
How about you start us off, Matt? We'll go backwards this time.
So, I'm actually excited to see what they can do because I feel they might have been limited last time by with the confines of the strap, and it could have just changed on how they actually work. They are both slow workers to start, but I
Right.
feel that the cage is going to add a little bit to this match, and I actually think Drew is going to come out on top on this one.
See, I don't agree. I think Cross comes out. He needs it more than Drew. I'm tired of, like I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm tired of seeing Drew. I understand he carried the pandemic era. I get it. I completely understand that. But you can't keep forcing him down our throats, in my opinion. Winning after winning after winning. I don't care for it. I don't care at all. I think this one is going to be full of brutality, though.
Oh, that's,
And we're going to get an amazing match. And I'm taking Cross.
okay.
Cam?
I agree with Shadow in a sense, but I feel like with the I think they had another match at like a live event, and I think Drew won or whatever. I don't know if that necessarily counts in their feud series or whatever, but with this
Right.
being the second match they've had on TV, on screen, whatever. I honestly think that it's going to be Drew McIntyre winning this because they're probably going to try to milk this for a third match, I'm sure.
Rubber match.
Cross, he can take a loss because he's already beaten Drew the first time, and that was an obvious win because I didn't see Cross losing that match. I talked to Prince about this before. That would have killed Cross's momentum going any further because it's his first big match back since coming back to the company, or whatever. So I can honestly see Drew winning or whatever. If Drew loses, I would say, that'll be a crushing blow to Drew. And I think that they would probably need to do a medium repackage of Drew or whatever, bring him back and give him something interesting to work with. Because right now Drew, I think, is kind of like DOA right now. There's nothing really interesting about him. It's just he's not really going anywhere. So I'm going with Drew.
He's like stagnant.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
he is.
Mike?
I'm gonna have to go with Drew, and it's not because I don't like Cross. I honestly believe Cross is gonna be part of the Wyatt Six. To be honest with you, it just makes sense for him to be a part of it, along with Braun. So I agree with you that Cross needs it more, but if you do the storyline right, where he joins the Wyatt Six, I think that's the best way to go.
Okay. Sammy?
I know the last time they fought, there was Extreme Rules, right? And it was not really great. But I think Cross is gonna get it this time.
Okay. Sammy's going to step away for a minute. She has to go get her food. Prince?
So Cross is definitely winning this match no matter what. It's you watch it, you see how Cross is getting in the head of Drew right now, and it's working. Drew don't know. Drew's going crazy. It's slowly showing, but this will be a big win right now for Cross. I see him coming out on top and continuing something solo. Honestly, I don't want to see Cross anywhere near Bray Wyatt.
Okay. Okay. I think that's fair overall rounded panel there.
Shadow, which match do you want to start with next?
I don't even have the card on hand right now. I don't remember the order or the match card.
Would you like me to
You
find out? Real quick?
can do the six-man tag match, the OC and Judgment Day.
There we go. We'll
There we
start
go.
off with that. So Prince, start us off with what your thoughts are on that one.
What match is it?
6-man tag,
the
OC
OC
versus
versus
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I'm going with my guys, the OC, the baddest team around, one of the best. And I mean, they got the Good Brothers. They just came back. They're killing it. I'm going with the OC. But honestly, deep down, I feel like Judgment Day is somehow gonna cheat to win. which is expected either way. But OC, hands down, all day. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Our resident Massachusetts Pauly D, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Mike. Your thoughts.
All right, I agree with Prince on the OC, but for some reason, I really believe Judgment Day needs to look more dominant, just because they've been losing nonstop, and they're just now going on a winning thing. It's a very difficult choice because they're just coming back. The Judgment Day needs to win. I guess I'm gonna have to go with the OC, but I still believe the Judgment Day needs to win. So,
All right. Cam.
Now, I can understand what Mike is saying, but I feel like after the last feud they got out of with the Mysterios or whatever, I feel like the Judgment Day is one of those teams that I feel like can take a string of losses and just still keep coming back or whatever. Like, it just doesn't affect them. It just doesn't affect their momentum or anything like that. So really, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say the Judgment Day, just because I think a lot of people are gonna pick the OC. So I think it's gonna be like kind of like an upset, if you will. So I think it'll be the Judgment Day. They'll probably come back and have another match with the OC or whatever. I don't think this will be the end of their feud, anyways. So I'm going with the Judgment Day.
All right. Sammy's still MIA. For me, I'm really digging what the Judgment Day is doing. Like, yeah, I'm cool with the OC being back together. But I'm more on the Judgment Day side of things here. I'm really liking what they're doing altogether. I believe what they're doing, which is impressive because in this, it's really hard to get behind a faction now. And this whole element of having Rhea constantly being involved, it's just fantastic. Like, it puts so many spots that you can open up with. So I'm going Judgment Day. And I'm going with the OC will introduce the woman to be the Rhea problem. Fixer.
I can't wait to find out that.
So they didn't mention any of that on TV this week, which baffled me. Because that was a big focus the week before, that they need to solve the Rhea problem. And
Right.
it didn't seem like anything was mentioned this week, so I wonder if that's not going to be a thing going forward.
Unless it was done in like that intentionally.
Right. Could be. But it could have also been because on SmackDown they decided to put the person who I thought would be the perfect person for that into the Ronda Rousey situation. Because I thought Shayna Baszler would have been perfect for the OC going over there to be Rhea, the solver for the Rhea problem.
Right.
That being said, I know there's still the situation going on with Carl Anderson and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because he has a match that same day in New Japan, and there's no way he could do both time-wise.
I was reading a report that they canceled that match.
They did? Because then,
I think I was.
if they did cancel it, they're stripping him of that title, so he's not going to be the New Japan Open, Never Open champion. Which sucks, because I did like the fact that WWE did include that in there, and he had that.
Yeah.
I think the Judgment Day are gonna win this one, unless they do introduce the woman to solve the Rhea problem. But I don't think that's happening over in Saudi because of everything with the whole women's situation. They already have 2 women's matches on the show. Rhea's already going to be there. I don't know if they're going to want to bring more over there. So my thoughts is I think the Judgment Day are going to get another win on this. And then on Monday night is when we get the person to show up.
Okay. I like it. So I guess next match we can go with is Bobby Brock.
Yeah.
2 big meat meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is going to be. And it's gonna. Oh man, it's gonna be a banger. I have a feeling because there's no titles involved. Lesnar's properly working now with talent, and Bobby's been doing amazing.
And I
So
think I was gonna say I think
gonna be a good-
Brock wanted to work with Lashley too, and
Yeah.
that makes a difference with Brock. It's when he wants
Well,
to
you
work with the person, he puts it all into it, and he goes all out. So
Well, that's just it, right? Brock doesn't just work with anybody, so this is a high compliment to Lashley. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this match. I feel like it's not gonna be a spot fest by any sense of the word, but it will be power. There's gonna be a lot of power demonstrated in that match, and you're gonna see wrestling moves in the highest power degree, in my opinion. You're probably going to see like 12 finishers each, which is fine, I guess. But at the end of the day, I love Brock. I mean, I pull off the look every now and then. But I am saying Lashley gets the win here.
yeah, I have a feeling that it's gonna be Lashley as well. I think he's the one that needs it more. And Brock right now is in the mode where he's going to put over the right people in order to help the business.
Right. Cam?
Yeah, I have to agree with both of y'all. I think it's gonna be Lashley. Brock winning here just wouldn't make any sense, honestly. I like the fact that this doesn't have, for once, this is a Brock match that doesn't have a title involved. It's just a natural, organic feud for Brock, which we don't get to see a whole lot. And honestly, it's weird because I didn't really care for this feud at first, but the build up that we've been seeing on Raw the last few weeks, it just keeps building and building and building, and it's like, okay, now I'm starting to get more and more invested in or whatever. So, but I definitely think this match is going to be far, far better than the first match that they had against each other. So, but yeah, I agree with both of y'all. I think it's going to be Lashley.
Before we go into Mike here, I'm pretty sure their first match, I'm off camera because my daughter's in here. The first match they had together, I believe one, if not both, were dealing with some kind of injury.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mike, your thoughts on this meaty men match?
Everything aside about me and Brock, I'm gonna put that aside. But I'll tell you right now that the first match, they did not make Bobby look on par with him, which wasn't a good thing. You know, you wanted him to at least look somewhat on, even if he was gonna lose, that he's at least on par with him. You know, but like in the beginning they did it, but then after that, Brock just kind of just blew through him. But I'm saying with this one, I think they're going to learn from their mistakes, and they're actually going to make it look good this time. So I'm going to go with Bobby.
All right.
Bobby needs it more.
And I did like what they did this week on Raw, where Triple H came out and said, if you guys touch each other one more time, the match is off. Like, I like how he threw that in there. Like, that was something weird. Like, you don't see Triple H on TV now. So that made it feel special. Like, it made it feel like a big fight.
Yep.
Prince, I know you had some thoughts on this because I've heard you talk about it a couple times over the last week. So please indulge us.
So, as you know, I'm a big fan of both of these guys. They got an amazing background. Bobby Lashley being a former Marine, which you guys know how I feel about that by itself.
Yes, sir.
Having a MMA background, this man has proven how much of a beast he can be when he's unleashed. This man has to have 100% guaranteed match. This man needs to be let off that leash, and he's proven it time and time again. Brock is the biggest thing going, bigger than Bobby, bigger than anybody in WWE, whether he's part-time or full-time. Brock is one of the best guys to put someone like Bobby over. If that's the route that we're gonna be going down, Brock is the greatest person for that. For the simple fact that when you're facing Brock Lesnar, no matter who you are, you gotta fight even harder. Because Brock Lesnar is a proven beast, whether it's in MMA or WWE. Wherever this man goes, he makes a big impact. This man is friggin' phenomenal. Look at when he comes back. Look at that pop that he gets. This man is cherished, whether you're a fan of him or not. We talk about him. This is one man we talk about. So this is why I'm cool with either guy winning. But business wise, it makes more sense for Lashley to win, for the simple fact that that's how it seems like it's being handled. That he's getting that push, and pretty soon he'll get that title shot, whether it's against Roman or not. He's gonna get that title shot. This is the start of it. I guarantee.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being thrust into the title picture, which isn't a bad move. I mean, we really don't have, in the word, I guess, many contenders right now when it comes to those titles, and it's getting. I mean, we'll touch on that here in a little bit, but I think Bobby would fit right into the contention.
Definitely.
There's no reason he shouldn't be in contention. So. All right.
Let's move over to one of the women's matches. Let's break it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's get into the last woman standing match between Bayley and Bianca.
All right, let me start off with this one.
All right.
I feel Bayley should have had the belt already, like, the last 2 times that they wrestled. I don't think they have her walk away from Saudi without the belt. Like, I don't think they're going to make Bianca look as strong as she did, because now, this with being last woman standing, and it can go anywhere in the arena, I think Bayley's going to use that to her advantage. And by doing that, I think it doesn't hurt Bianca as much. And that's...
Okay.
I think that's part of the reason why they didn't want to do it beforehand, because they feel that it would make Bianca look weak if she couldn't beat her by herself.
Okay. Let's mix it up a little bit here. Mike.
So, I'm gonna shoot right to it. I think Bayley needs it. And the reason why is I really, and this is like just my personal opinion once again, I'm not a fan of Bianca. This is nothing against her. I just think she needs a little bit more work in the ring. And you know, Shadow already knows I used to wrestle, so like I watch this stuff and I can see this stuff. She looked great on Raw. I'm gonna give her a compliment right there. She looked great on Raw. But I honestly think with Bayley coming back, she needs to get it and let Bianca do a little bit more so she can get better, instead of putting her in a high spot and continuing to try to do all the stuff that they expect her to do. You know, so she can go back and actually get a little bit better. So when she comes back, she's gonna come back stronger. But yeah, I go with Bayley.
All right, Cam.
Okay, so I feel like I can't really discuss this without having to really break this down. So me and Mike had talked about this before. We got like a huge debate about it or whatever. I personally like Bianca, but I just feel like her biggest downfall is just how they have booked her and pretty much her whole championship run. Her first and her second.
100% agree.
I feel like she had a bit more personality, if you will, to her character when she was in NXT. And then when she got to the main roster, all of that kind of just like washed away, and she just came out and she's, you know, smiling and waving, and they just made her, you know, cookie cutter like everybody else pretty much. And like I said, they had to do, you know, whoopsie makeup booking with her winning back the title after they almost buried her when she lost to Becky.
Right.
So it's just unfortunate how her run so far. I like Bianca, I really do, but I think it's her time to drop the belt. Honestly, I think she's done all she can do for that title. She's just it's just her time. I think she's had a great run, but it would have been a whole lot better if she had been the one to beat Becky, and they would have never had that whole decision at all. But yeah, Bailey definitely is the one to beat Becky. It just makes sense story wise. So yeah.
It really does. Sammy, are you here?
Oh, hold on.
I'm here, yeah. Sorry, I'm just
Can I
eating.
say one thing quick?
Mike
Yeah,
has
go
something to say.
I just want to ask Cam, do you agree it would be nice to see her at least do a gimmick change and at least do like a heel turn just to give her something else other than what she has?
Who, Bianca?
Question.
Bianca.
Yeah, for sure. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
There's
That's what I'm saying. I like her more when she was in NXT because, like I said, again, she kind of had a fire to her. She had attitude to her.
Yeah,
Like I
she
said,
was-
now
she was able-
smiling and waving. Like when she lost to Becky, the next night she should have came out pissed. She should have came out mad. You know what I mean? When her
Right.
music hit, she came
Yeah,
out.
not
She's still
twirling her hair
smiling,
around.
twirling her hair, and it's like they're making her look like a clown. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me. So yeah, a heel turn. The best thing that Bianca has done in her title run was when she was feuding with Becky again, and she was like, I forget, she attacked Becky or whatever it was, and she was like cutting her hair. Like I was like, whoa, like that was like a heelish move.
Very
So
heel
I was like,
tendencies,
that was
yeah.
the greatest thing Bianca did because it gave her some kind of attitude, some kind of mean streak to it. So yeah.
Yep.
And I just think with that, I think the whole Vince leaving changed how she was going to be booked. Because I feel that if that would have happened, she probably would have been heel by now.
Right.
For sure.
And but she definitely does need to go heel to freshen up her character. Not so much a gimmick change, maybe just stop using homemade gear. Like get gear made. Be something different than what you've always done, and just
Stand out.
stand out from stand out more.
I just
I'm
want
not-
her, I want
Go
her
ahead.
to have more of an attitude. Like
Right.
I want her to come down with not swinging her head around and all that stuff. Just really be like angry and mad with the fire that he said that she used to have. I didn't watch NXT, but I will tell
Right.
you this: if I seen her come down pissed, absolutely seeing her just dominate and actually see her
Right.
actually do some decent. I mean, she's not bad in the ring, but just a little bit better. That's all I'm asking. But I'm sorry.
So, to this whole conversation before I head over to Sammy and then Prince, I want to see her do what her counterpart in this match is going to do, or has done. 180. We went from Hugger Bailey to this absolute piece of shit, not your role model. I don't give a fuck what you think. Bailey.
Right.
And it's been the best
I need
thing
to
for her
see that.
career.
I need to see that change. But Sammy, do you have any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I really think Bailey will win because I think that's why Damage Control lost the belts because they don't want to have another bloodline, like
Exactly. I feel the same.
Frio. You know what I mean? Like how like the Usos and Roman. So I feel like they don't want to do that again with the girl. So I think Bailey's going to win, and they don't want rather have Bailey have the belt than Damage Control have the tag team belts.
Right, because then all the belts are tied up within two factions. within the
Exactly
company.
with them. Exactly. That's what I think is going to
Okay.
be Bailey.
I respect that. What about you, Prince?
You know what? Normally I'd like to go with Bianca, but I gotta go with Bailey. I got a feeling that Bailey's definitely gonna get that way. And I'm glad that she didn't win it. I think now is the perfect time because we've had enough time to get her back in the scene. So now it's slowly approaching where it's about time that Bianca loses that title and Bailey win it.
Okay.
On this one.
For me personally, I want Bailey to win. I'm not a fan of like Cam and many others right now. not really a big fan of the way Bianca's character has become stale as hell. It's not any attribute to her. She's doing wonderful things. Don't get me wrong. She's playing the hand that she was given. But unfortunately, her character is becoming stale. There's not much you can do about that. You got to change it up somewhere.
Question real quick.
Yep.
So her heel turn, I wasn't around for NXT. Now if she were to turn heel right now, like say she does lose the belt and then she has a heel turn, what would that mean for the fans? Because she's there for all the kids. So would it be like what Bailey is getting, or like would it be like the complete opposite? Where it's like not.
I'm willing to go on a limb and say it's going to be something similar to Becky, in the sense that nobody wanted Becky to go heel, and it didn't work. But you don't know that, you don't know that until you try it.
Agreed.
And there's always ways to reverse course in wrestling pretty quickly, to go from the healer back to the baby face. So it's not something that can't be remedied.
Yeah.
I see if she does a heel turn, I would have where they reverse it. They've done it in the Attitude Era many times where bad guy, good guy,
the double heel turn
in that match.
The double turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say have Bailey win. She's just angry. She starts beating the crap out of her. The fans start feeling sorry for Bailey. Bailey turns face again. She becomes Hooker Bailey.
I think given the gimmick right now, it wouldn't be like I get what you're going at, but I think it would hurt Bailey more to do that than be successful at the same time.
Bailey's not a good heel. She just doesn't. I mean, when I
enjoy it. It's not. I don't think of her as really much of a heel though. Yeah. I'm looking at her as a tweener because if you pay attention to her body language, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I personally, I think I enjoy Bailey more now than I think I ever did as the hugger. Like, to me, she was just kind of there as the hugger Bailey. To me, like I never really connected with her as the hugger Bailey. Now It's like like I said again, it goes all back to the personality thing. She has more of a personality, and it seems like she's having the most fun right now than she ever was.
The major problem I had with the hugger gimmick is it was always her being the underdog. Always the underdog story. When everybody knew she had talent, she can go. But the whole...
It doesn't necessarily have to be hugger Bailey, just face Bailey. You know, she can have a whole different gimmick.
No, I get what you're saying.
When I was looking at hugger Bailey, I seen her as the woman John Cena. I'm just saying.
See, I was just going to touch on that. I'm going to steal a page from Nate here. And Nate, you've said it before. Bianca Belair is very John Cena-esque right now, with overcoming all these odds that she has no business overcoming.
Is Nate in here, like in the chat?
Yeah, he comes in and out. He just said that Hugger Bailey was perfect for the intimate setting of NXT.
Right.
Well, hi Nate, hope you feel better, bro.
And the 4-on-1 made no sense. It was the 3-on-1, and the way she dominated the entire Damage Control, it made her look like Cena.
It made Damage Control look dumb.
Right.
It hurt them, if anything.
Yeah, and I know most of us can agree that the whole Cena run was very stale and got very boring very quickly. And a lot of people may not see it that way. Like a lot of people go, "Oh, you know, I was depressed and that's good. You guys got better on that. That's fine." But from a wrestling standpoint, if they would have turned Cena heel back in the day, it would have been just amazing. But
it would have been, and I hate using that analogy, but it would have been Hogan-esque for him to turn heel.
Yes, it would have. Yes, it would have. John Cena is.
See what it did to Hogan's career when he did that. Nobody really cared for, eat your vitamins, eat your
Yeah.
eat your vegetables.
Mhm.
Different. I
They
think
saw
there's a
him
way.
way cooler when he was Hollywood Hogan. So.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So I think the board was 3-3 on that one. It was a good split.
Oh, I do apologize for going off topic, guys.
No,
No,
good.
it's
It
that's
brings
fine.
conversation
I mean-
in context.
Back.
So let's go. We'll go back-to-back women's matches here because the card's coming up to an end here. So the tag team championship. I don't know.
rematch.
It just changed hands Monday. Do we really need a 6-day reign change that fast? Like,
I mean, they could win. It's just, it's something. How about this? Say maybe 2-3 months with Bliss and Oscar as champions. You know, it'll be say like 3 months or 4 months, whatever it is, that Bailey's been champion. Then boom, they get the titles back. You know, stretch this out good enough so that way you can get a decent story out of it. You know, the whole oh, we got 2 wins, but then Damage Control finally gets that last win. You know, and that's when they become champion. You know, it could be one of it's like, oh, yo, they're gonna lose tonight. They're gonna lose, and boom, they end up winning.
what if this is just? What if this match is just a door for 2 returning superstars?
You bastard. You bastard. It's exactly what I was going to say.
Realistically, let's think about it for a second. The title just changed hands on Monday. This isn't the Attitude Era. We're not going to get a title change, the pay-per-view, 4 days later.
Sasha and Naomi.
But remember, Triple H is in charge. He was part of that.
I understand that, but he's not that dumb booking.
Oh,
Like I said, I think it's because the bloodline thing. They don't want to have another faction to have the same thing. So
Right.
I think
No, I understand. I actually like that point, and I haven't heard that point before. So I actually do appreciate that point.
I was going to say, I think that happened because it's going to somehow turn into a triple threat, and you're going to have Sasha and Naomi return and win the belts. And they wanted them to take it off of Alexa and Asuka as opposed to taking it off Damage Control.
That way you don't
Now,
have Damage
see-
Control look weak as... But go ahead, Kim.
Now, see, while I like that idea, Sasha and Naomi coming back, I love that idea. I love that angle. My problem with that is, well, first of all, my problem with the tag team titles is there is no tag team division. There's just a bunch of singles women's wrestlers thrown together. That's not a tag team. Not in my eyes. Second, if you do that and you have Sasha and Naomi beat Alexa and Asuka at the pay-per-view and become the new tag team champions, you're just playing hot potato with the titles. It's
We've
like-
already seen that with Charlotte and Sasha.
Exactly. So it's just like, why are we? You know what I mean? It's just a waste of airtime to have us see them playing hot potato with championships. Pick a tag team, put the titles on them, and leave it as that.
I'll say this
Until you
before,
build another feud that makes sense.
I'll say this
So-
before the next person wants to go. Now, if I say Toxic Attraction's coming to add into the triple threat, Cam's eyes are going to pop out of his head.
So, they were supposed to be brought up during that whole tag team tournament.
Right.
And when, was it Gigi got injured? She had the concussion. That threw him back down into NXT. However, they need to merge the NXT women's titles and the main roster women's titles and just have them go across all the brands. Because I think that would make the division more powerful. It would make it more impactful because now you actually have true tag teams across the brand.
Right.
And like there are great tag teams in NXT. It's because that's what NXT does. It's when they get brought up is when the shit hits the fan.
Exactly.
But there are rumors of somebody else that's supposed to be on her way back to WWE as well. Tegan Knox.
Ah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I pause the chat? Sammy, thank you for being a part of the pod.
Hi guys.
We have Too Tall Tyler joining us now.
Oh,
Perfect. Bye, guys. It was nice.
Bye, Sammy.
make sure he gets into the right chat, Shadow, because he's in the other one right now.
I'm bringing him. I'm moving him in right now. It won't let me move him.
Did you not give him the right roles?
No, there he
Oh,
is.
there he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Too Tall Tyler. Hi, Tyler. How are you tonight?
He's on mute.
Yeah, that's okay. He'll figure it out.
Yep. And he just left.
And he's gone. All right. We are experiencing some technical difficulties here.
Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate it. Yeah, there was rumors that Tegan Knox might be coming back to WWE. So that could help either the singles division or the tag team division, because she has been known to tag team. So Triple H could be working on building up the division.
So I agree that they do need they need to start putting people together for actual women's tag team division. I 110% agree. No, I'm just looking at it from like if I would have booked it and how I would have liked to see it. I mean, once again, everybody's opinion is not the same. I would probably have them lose it because once again, with Bray Wyatt being back, I do want to see Alexa go back with him. And I didn't think a lot of people would have loved to see Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss actually win the title.
Tyler, are you there now, buddy?
Yeah.
Welcome in. Welcome to Off the Top, man.
What's up, buddy?
If I had to say, it is too soon for them to actually lose the title, so I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss and Asuka on this one.
All right. I'm gonna take a brief minute here, guys, if you can excuse me. Tyler.
Sir.
Well, me and Scals are gonna get your opinions on the matches we've already talked about. Kind of get you up to speed here before we get into the final match.
There's 2 more matches.
Oh, excuse me, 2 more. I apologize. Got a little bit of a static on your end there. I think you're all right, though.
Whoa.
So, yeah. All right. I think he's good now. Oh. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't think Oh, you were just on camera, and then you disappeared on us.
Hold on a second.
You're good. You're good.
There we are.
There we go.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to 2000 Tyler. So, Matt, do you want to start off by giving Tyler a couple matches here?
So
Give his thoughts.
we've gone through the majority of the card. The first match we went over was the Omos and Braun match. What were your thoughts on that one?
Oh, let's see. That one, actually, I did that one last night. I actually flipped it. I don't know. I flipped a coin, and I picked the winner that way. And I ended up going up with Braun Strowman.
I think that seems to be everybody's theory on that one, is we've all kind of just said it's a toss. Like, nobody actually cares for it.
I mean, I care for it. I just don't. I don't know. You know, I mean, there's 2 big monsters. I don't see why they would try to, push Omos down when they've got him with MVP, man. You know, let's see the monster get pushed, but then I don't see Braun Strowman getting beat when he just came back. I mean, it's just
Right.
Fun fact, MVP's not going to be in Saudi.
That doesn't shock me. So, Matt gave you the first one here. Let me give you the second one. McIntyre Cross.
I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre on this one.
All right.
It's still cage match, correct?
Yes, sir.
But Cross won at Extreme Rules, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Drew suffered a loss to Roman at Clash of Castle, then he lost again at Extreme Rules. I just don't feel like they're going to dig him in a hole right now. I feel like Drew's going to come out on top on this one. I don't know whether the feud's over or not. I don't know, but I think Drew's going to come out with a W.
Well, if Drew comes out with the W, I think that becomes a rubber match for probably War Games.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. Next question.
The next one we went to was the 6-man tag, the OC versus Judgment Day.
Oh, you're talking about his boy now. He's gonna go.
Well, as much as I hate to say it, I don't see. I mean, I want the Judgment Day to win. I just don't see them. Winning right now. I mean, you got the OC brothers or the OC, and then AJ coming in. I feel like I thought a woman wrestler was going to debut to help the OC out to beat the Judgment Day, and then I talked to Santi the other day, and he was like, out in Saudi Arabia, I don't think they're going to have another woman wrestler, come out there and debut because they don't even respect them out there anyways.
Right.
I'm still gonna go with the OC just because it's kind of like Braun. I just don't see them losing already. It's like getting destroyed already. I see Damian Priest taking the pinfall.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Over Dominic? Interesting.
So I'll throw the next one at you. The two big meaty men, Bobby and Brock. Bobby and Brock.
Oh God. This entire card was actually pretty difficult more difficult for me to pick than something like this last Extreme Rules. I don't know, man. I like both of these guys. I really do. I like Brock Lesnar, but I love Bobby even more, So I'm gonna end up going with Bobby Lashley.
I think that was the general consensus among the chat, as everybody kind of went with Lashley. That Brock would put him over.
But who knows? Who knows? And then with that match, I don't see. It's just hard to see Brock coming back for a month, get beat by Bobby. What's next?
It's a good payday.
But to be fair for Brock too, he has said he's gone into business of putting over the. I know Lashley's not younger than him, but he's more active, obviously.
Oh,
so he's in the business of putting over current wrestlers. He's not about. Clearly, he's not about titles at this point.
Right.
All right, Matt.
The next one we went to was the last woman standing match between Bayley and Bianca.
The tough one for me. I feel like if Bayley, and I'm stealing this idea from Santi, if Bayley does not win it at Crown Jewel, then I don't think it happens until WrestleMania or something. I feel like Bayley's going to win with some help.
Okay.
As much as I don't want to see that, and I may get every single guess wrong, but I went with my gut or my first thought on every single match.
So we're gonna speak about the help next. Actually, the tag team champion, the women's tag team championship match. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna go with the picks I put out on my video. I'm not gonna change them. The last night I put out on my picks, I picked damage control to win because I feel like that was just a fluke. They lost on Monday, and I feel like damage control is going to win and Bayley's going to win, and they're going to be on top.
All right.
But so I kind of have second thoughts on that one right after I put that out, but I can't change my picks. So.
You can on here. You're allowed to have a different opinion. I do that a lot.
I'm going to pick my original picks though.
All right, so Tyler's all caught up now, so we can continue the roundtable discussion now. Thank you for joining us, though, Tyler. Appreciate that.
By the way, I was undefeated at Extreme Rules of the pick, so I don't think this will be the case for this one. All right, Cowboy.
This man showed up to Philly after playing White Rabbit games all month.
I was tempted to go. It's only a 2-hour drive for me. I was tempted.
All right, so now we're all caught up. Now the roundtable discussion can continue up. So what match do you guys want to do? We have 2 left. We're gonna say the main event, so I guess.
So we have to go with the tag match.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with Prince here, or Mike, one of you. You can choose between the two of you.
Whoever wants to go first, it's fine. If Prince wants to go first, it's fine.
Okay. So the Brawling Brutes versus the Usos. Opinions? Thoughts?
The Usos are definitely gonna win.
Okay.
We're losing. The bloodline ain't losing at all. And honestly, I'll tell you this. If for whatever reason the Brutes do win, which the Usos, I will say this. I see the Usos losing, but not at Crown Jewel. It's way too early either way. It doesn't make sense for them to be on this big run just to lose. And it's not even the fact that it's at Crown Jewel. That's something that has to be straightened out until at least towards Mania or even Rumble.
Okay.
They are not losing at all.
All right. I like that. Mike, go.
Gonna have to go with the Usos because even though I think it would be a really good upset for the Brawling Brutes to win, especially doing beating the Usos, I just don't think it's gonna be them. I think it's gonna be a different tag team actually defeating them.
Why not me?
I'm gonna go with the Usos. I like the Brawling Brutes, trust me, you. And I'm not too tired of the Usos, but we're gonna get on the other one later. But yeah, I think it's the Usos.
All right. Cam, you look like you got a lot to say on this one.
Well, like I said, man, I'm going with the bloodline. You already know. I'm going with the Usos. So, yeah, I just don't see them. I don't see them losing. As long as Roman and and the bloodline and everybody's together, I don't see them losing the titles until the right tag team comes along and the right feud and the right storyline comes along for them to lose the title, for it to make sense at least. So yeah, and it definitely won't happen in Saudi. It just wouldn't make any sense at all. So yeah, definitely it's gonna be the Usos.
All right, Matt, how about you?
The Usos are not losing the belt yet. It's not going to happen until probably Mania, and it's going to be, like Cam was hinting at, it's going to be the right team, and that one person on the team is part of the bloodline right now, and it's just going to make it so much better when it happens. So they're going to hold off on that until a big time event, and that's not until Mania. So get ready to see 5 more months of the Usos on top.
Just make sure you're feeling Uzi enough. Okay?
Oh,
He is the best part of the bloodline, and just remember he's not there this weekend.
Oh man!
Because he will not go there. So because of Syria and everything, so.
So I guess he's not really part of the bloodline then, huh?
I'm surprised that the Usos are actually allowed there, considering they weren't allowed in the UK or Canada
when they were here for the shows. But hear me out. Usos are closing in on the New Day's record.
Mm-hmm.
Very close. Usos are winning. I'm not debating that with anybody. Or they're going to retain, I should say. They're not winning. They're retaining. The New Day is going to come down and cost them the actual match, giving the Brutes the win, but obviously champion advantage. Usos retain. And then it's going to set up a feud going forward for a couple months with Kofi and Xavier going at, because we've already been seeing it where backstage where they keep trying to mess with Sammy. So you're going to have the New Day interfere and screw them up a bit, and then they're going to feud back and forth, which I'm perfectly fine with, because those two teams put on bangers. I don't care what anybody says. Those are banger matches, and I'm okay with it, because you really don't have many other tag teams right now that can go one-on-one with the Usos. And then it still buys you time to bring in the KO Sammy story when it needs to happen.
So I could even add on to that and say that they could even have Imperium come down as a tag team, and also get involved in the chaos or whatever, and that could set up a triple threat tag team between Imperium, the Usos, and who did you say again?
New Day.
The New Day. So I mean that'd be perfect. So
Yeah, could be. All right.
I was just gonna say that just real quick that I like the whole New Day thing because with both high flying abilities with the New Day and them would be actually amazing. I think that would be a banger match.
Right. All right, Tyler, your thoughts?
I think this is going to be an amazing match. Obviously, I'm going with Usos. I think like WWE, they're going to have you think like kind of like the Drew McIntyre Roman fight. A lot of people thought Drew was going to walk out as the champion. I feel like it's going to be the same thing here. There's going to be a couple spots where we're going to believe, oh, they've got it, and it don't happen. So, Usos retain. It's going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I think so. The general consensus is Usos are winning, which is undoubtedly the right way to go with that.
Wouldn't
Now-
mind if they lost, though.
Now, before we get into the main event, can we talk about where Wyatt fits in on this card?
I wanted to do
Yeah.
that after the main event, but okay.
Do it now because the main event is the main event.
Yeah, the main event, we all know who's winning.
I think I've already brought this up. I think what's going to happen is, of course, Roman's going to retain. Even though I think his title reign should be shortened, not by Logan Paul by any damn means at all. But, God. But I think Bray Wyatt's going to wind up after the match. Lights are going to go out, and you're going to see either like the Fiend character, and you're going to see like Bray Wyatt on stage or something like that. So
Okay.
that would bring
I
Bo
think-
Dallas back in as like kind of the
I think we're gonna get Bray before the main event. I think he'll come out, probably cut another promo or whatever in the middle of the ring or whatever, and then the lights will go out, as we've seen before, and then when they cut back on, I think you're gonna physically see this Uncle Howdy character, and I think he'll probably get attacked or something like that. And that'll play more into this whole, Wyatt Six Fang or whatever. So,
I actually keep forgetting about Uncle Howdy. Sorry.
yeah, and it'll just it'll push that storyline wherever that's going forward even more. So yeah.
All right, Prince.
I think, damn. I feel like we're gonna get another, Ben getting with Bray backstage. I don't think we're gonna get anything too big. I feel like if anything, something like what Cam said will be interjected, but this might be just another thing where he's talking and then Uncle Howdy somehow interferes on video.
Okay.
Alright.
Tyler.
I think it's just going to be another clue. What Prince said, it's just going to be another clue. I don't think he'll show up in person, not in Saudi. I had a thought last night about, obviously I don't want Bray going straight for the title. I feel like he has some other avenues to go after, and I was thinking about monsters of all monsters. What happens if he shows up at the Braun Strowman Omos fight or something, or just does an appearance or something comes up on the screen, or
Right.
he's a monster, man, and he needs to take out the two monsters. So
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be in person. Who knows? But I mean, definitely, I think it's just gonna be another clue or keep it going.
For me too. I don't believe they said he's going to be in ring anything. So it's probably going to be a vignette. I don't even think he's traveling to Fair.
Okay.
'Fair. Which I'm fine with. I think if anything, Bray will be in person. I don't think he'll be in ring anything. So it's probably going to be a vignette. I don't even think he's traveling to Fair. Which I'm fine with. I think if anything, Bray will be in person. I don't think he'll be in ring anything. So it's probably going to be a vignette. I think if anything, Bray will be in person. maybe we do, like Cam said, we get like the actual physical being of Uncle Howdy show up, which I wouldn't be opposed to. I love the story they're telling, but if you in the next couple of weeks, you have to have Uncle Howdy be a physical. You can't just behind the camera the entire time.
Right.
Not if you're trying to play this story well. So, I think that's just what we get as an Uncle Howdy Bray segment. I don't necessarily think he needs to be interjected into the world title picture because I think he needs to stay far away from that right now. And let his demons play out, if you will. So, Matt?
I really want to know what's happening tomorrow night on SmackDown. Because that
I've already
could...
read it.
Oh, Mr. I don't go and look at spoilers.
I got impatient, alright?
How do you get impatient? You normally have to wait 7 days for SmackDown. You couldn't wait 7 days for this one?
It's Bray Wyatt, man.
I actually have done very well. Shadow knows that I am the one that probably would go back and read all the spoilers ahead of time. Because I do that with AEW Rampage when it happened, just because I'm not wasting my time at 10 o'clock on Friday night. So I'm curious as to what happens tomorrow night, and I think that would play into what would happen on Saturday. Now,
Okay.
everything I have read about Bray is that he actually will be in Saudi. And you don't bring him there just for a promo. He's doing something. And I think it would have to be, like Tyler was saying, I think it's going to be with the Braun Strowman match. It will not be with the Bloodline unless he takes out anybody there with him in the match. Like, unless he attacks the Usos or Solo. I don't think he's going to go for Roman, because he does not need to be anywhere near that right now.
You could also interject Bray into the Karrion Cross McIntyre match.
Right. There's plenty of avenues they can go without including him into the title picture. Because
I feel like that's the biggest thing that they do.
Because
Right.
Bray has even said multiple times before he was released, he does not need the title. He just wants to be able to tell his story.
He's like the Undertaker in that sense. He doesn't need a title to be relevant.
Correct.
No.
Right.
But I think we are going to see Uncle Howdy on Saturday, and that would mean, and I think Uncle Howdy, my theory on him is it's Bo Dallas.
See,
I think
it's so difficult to really try to predict what he's gonna do, when he's gonna do it.
Right. That's the best thing about Bray.
And it's the complexity of this storyline that they're trying to tell. I think it's probably one of the most unique storylines they've probably have ever told, or told in some years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's difficult to be like, oh yeah, well this is gonna happen then, or you just don't know. You really don't. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with this within the next few weeks, days, months. So yeah, it's interesting for sure.
I mean, during the entire time, Shadow didn't want him to believe that it was Bray because he didn't want to get his hopes up. And I just kept telling him, it's him.
I spent a year of my life waiting for him to come back, so I gave up.
I know, but with the clues and everything,
Not in the sense of giving up, but
and it all paid off. We all waited for him.
did.
We're all happy, and now we're excited to see what he does next. And that's
All right.
including on Saturday.
It's time. Got to do it for the Paul brothers, right? Anyways,
Who both will
Mike,
be there on
we're gonna-
Saturday.
we're gonna start with you because I feel like you're extremely opinionated on
What?
Logan Paul, Roman Reigns. What's happening?
All right. Well, they already said that his brother's out there, so
Mhm.
there's gonna be some kind of interference, which really do not want to see Jake Paul there whatsoever. I've
No.
already said if he gets a contract, I'm not watching it no more. I'm done watching. Sorry. But do I think his reign is too long? Yes. I'm already tired of it. It's boring. I like titles changing hands. I like seeing that. I like seeing the person work for it again. I love seeing that stuff because it gives you more to watch. Like every time you get ready to watch something and you're like, oh yeah, Roman Reigns going after this whatever. I turned it off. I would turn off the channel because I didn't want to watch the Roman match because I already knew who was winning. So it's gonna be Roman. Maybe somehow, some way, I know that Jake Paul's gonna jump in at some point in time, but yeah, not Logan. They put the titles on Logan right now. He shouldn't be in the picture right now, but it's Roman.
Tyler, thoughts?
So Roman's winning, we know that. Kind of like I said with the Brawling Brutes and the Usos match, I feel like they're gonna make everybody believe that Logan's actually gonna have a split second of a chance. But he's got a metal rod or something in his hand, right? And all it takes is one hit.
One lucky shot.
They've been saying that. Yeah, one lucky shot. I feel like he may get that one lucky shot, and it's going to look like he's going to win, and obviously the bloodline's going to come out there and help Roman narrowly escape, and they're going to walk out the champions. So I'm just interested, and we all know Roman's winning. I'm just interested to see how they play this match out. Because if it's anything like how they did the Drew McIntyre match at Clash, it's going to be pretty good.
All right, Prince.
But I will say this: there is a possible chance that does win. But if Logan gets a win, it's gonna be at this point. So if Logan wins, it'll be a win for the record book. Other than that, he's not winning this match straight through where it's like, oh, he's the new champ. No way, no. 2 matches in WWE, and that's it. The only thing Logan is good for right now, besides I've seen his training videos, he's really good. I will say that much. He is really good. Does he deserve this shot? Hell no. 2 matches in WWE, that's it. Come on, man.
Right.
But the whole reason why he got this title match is because of what he's able to bring into WWE. This match is only being focused on because of what Logan Paul is able to bring in, and what he's able to bring in, that stack of cash and over 90 million fans. That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's all
That's
it's
90.
right now.
That's 90 million casual fans coming in to watch Saudi show.
Exactly.
Damn. Matt, you want to go? Go ahead.
We all know Roman's winning, like everybody has said before me. I think they will make it interesting now. And I think they're going to make it look like Logan is going to win. And I think that's when his brother actually gets involved and prevents him from pinning Roman. I think his brother's going to turn on his brother. And it's going to be... And then they might do like a one-off match between the two of them at Survivor Series.
Between Logan and Jake?
Between Logan and Jake.
Ugh.
Because I don't know, have they fought anywhere?
No, but they've already said that they won't fight each other until the end of their careers.
Right, but wrestling is different.
Understood.
And that's why I think they might actually be able to convince them to do that. That's just my thought on it. I mean, it's Roman's gonna wipe the floor with them, but that's how it's gonna. I think that's how it's gonna turn into the match between them two.
Cam.
Okay, so I think we're all kind of downplaying how good this match is going to be, because I think this could be the match of the night, easily. I think this will be an incredible match, honestly, I really do. But I'm going to go with Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul's going to win. Now, I don't think he's going to win the titles, but I think he's going to win by DQ. He's not walking out with the titles, but he's going to win by DQ. Honestly, I do. I don't think they're putting all this emphasis on Logan coming in and him bringing in money and him bringing in eyes just to have him beat destroyed, decimated by Roman Reigns. So,
I
it
mean,
just
we-
wouldn't.
We have seen booking like that before, though, Goldberg and Brock, where
Exactly,
they put
but-
so much
but,
emphasis
like-
on Goldberg or emphasis on Brock, and the match was over in a minute and a half.
Right, but like with situations like that though, it's more because Goldberg's a legend or whatever.
Understood.
He's a part. You got to make him look good. Yada yada yada. We got to get our money's worth for signing him. Logan's
Right.
different because he's not a legend. He's some social media star. So of course we got to make Logan look good. Of course, he's bringing in.
I will say the two matches that Logan had were great. I was surprised and I was very, very impressed. I'm not gonna lie. They
The
were
la-
good.
The last two celebrities that have come into the WWE actually have put in work and actually seem like they belong there. So
And a recall back to last week when we did career retrospective. We can thank the Miz for those guys having great matches to start in WWE. Like he did work with those celebrities to get with it. As for this match, I'm with Cam. Paul's winning, but not the titles. He's winning by DQ. But I feel like there's going to be several spots where Jake's getting involved. The ref's going to be down. Sammy's going to do something stupid. Sammy's not there.
Solo.
Solo. Yeah, Solo will do something stupid. We're going to see Roman Reigns get knocked out. We will see it, but it's going to be for nothing because the ref will be down. It'll get a 1, 2, 3, 4, that bullshit count that we all do. And somebody's going to cost Roman that match. It's going to spark something in the bloodline to further this oozy feeling.
He doesn't feel oozy enough, guys.
No, but unfortunately,
That's a
Reigns continues.
that's a good idea, Wo. What if the Usos cause a DQ and we get Usos versus Paul Brothers at Survivor Series?
We can also see that.
The only thing I would say to that is the plans right now, from everything I have read, is the Bloodline is meant to be in one of the War Games. So I don't
Right,
know
and
if we're going to get
3
that.
weeks. We're 3.5 weeks away from War Games, so the story's got to start unfolding. So
Yeah.
this could be where it starts. But yeah, it's low.
Who knows? We can see somebody come out from left field. We are not predicting to be in this match at all.
It's very
Right.
true.
I mean, we recently seen Seth Rollins go blonde.
Right. Nobody saw that
Could
coming.
play, could play into this somewhere. We also have a rumored match for Saudi of. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Seth Rollins opening.
versus
Yep.
Mufasa Ali.
Well, it's supposed to be a open challenge. He comes out, and Mustafa Ali is the one supposed to answer it.
Right. So what do you guys? Obviously, this is very open-ended because we don't actually know at this point. But let's some thoughts on that match if it happens.
If it happens, I think still think Seth is gonna walk out because if Mustafa Ali is gonna win it, he needs to win it on a bigger stage. Audience.
I'll contradict that. That would be a huge stage for him because given
Well,
his
yeah,
background,
yeah, his hometown.
given his
Yeah.
background, it's not his hometown, but it's given
Not
his
hometown, but
religion.
either way,
And,
background.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But is it too
I think,
soon for
I
him to
think
lose
what
this?
you meant is like a bigger pay-per-view.
Yeah.
No,
like
yeah, I
a
understood.
Royal Rumble or something. Or
Yeah, if that
Survivor
match does happen, I would say it's probably going to be Seth. Seth just won it recently, so I don't see him dropping it so soon.
Yeah.
It obviously seems like they're pushing Mustafa to something. I'm not sure what yet. Hopefully it's something because they keep, pushing him. It's this push stop kind of thing with Mustafa. So hopefully this push, and then they keep it going, and it actually, amounts to something. So, but it won't be in Saudi. I think Seth will come out with the win.
Right. And at the end of the day, realistically, I don't mind if Ollie is thrusted in. Like, he has done work. He's been outspoken about it, but for the most part, he puts his head down and he works, given whatever gimmick he's given and working.
Right.
Tyler.
I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins. Mad at Ollie because a couple weeks ago on Raw, I tried to give him a fist bump and he looked at me and kept walking. And I'm just kidding.
It's because he took it, in the words of Michael Jordan, and I took that personally.
I feel like Seth Rollins is gonna win, but let's just say if Ollie does win, let Seth Rollins go after Roman and get his rematch from the Royal Rumble. That's going to happen. They're not just going to have that one little match from Royal Rumble and leave it. There's going to be a second part of that. Now, when it happens, I don't know. So if Ollie wins, let Seth go do that. It may be too soon.
Do they do that at the Rumble again? Because that's
It
the
would be
next.
poetic.
That's
It
the
really
next.
would be.
That's the next pay-per-view after Survivor Series.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it happen.
Does Seth join the Bloodline for the War Games match, or for a traditional Survivor Series match if they do go that route? And then Seth turns on Roman, and that's how you get to the match.
Yeah, because if Seth joins them for War Games, I could see him doing it for his own like selfish reasons.
Exactly.
So he doesn't care about the bloodline.
Right.
He doesn't care about.
Mind games, right?
He does it
That's
to help
what
Roman, but then turns on him and costs him the match, and that's how you get back to Roman versus Seth at Royal Rumble.
Exactly.
I'd be alright with that.
I still feel like Seth. I feel like to beat Ollie, I think he's gonna like cheat somehow to get the win, to pick up the win and retain it. Or that foot on the ropes, pulling his tights, using a weapon behind the ref's back, something. That's how I think he's gonna walk out with the win.
Right. So
Prince, you want to go with that?
Yeah, I see Seth winning. So Seth is gonna win. And if this match actually goes on, Seth wins. This is continued until series, and Ali wins at Survivor Series. Therefore, they get for Seth versus Roman.
okay. We've done our prediction for the show. Now this is the part where me and Scouts typically like to give a rating of what you think the pay-per-view overall will be. So let's start. We'll go Tyler, Arkham, Cam, Mike, and then me and Matt will wrap this up.
8.
You giving it an 8? Okay.
8.5, honestly.
All right.
I'm gonna give it a 7.9.
All right.
I think I'm just gonna give it a solid 7. I was thinking about a 6, but some of these matches might be pretty decent, so I'd give it a 7.
For the memes, I'm going to give it a 6.9, but overall, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
I'm going to give it an 8.25, just because I feel like it could be rated a little bit higher, but you're going to have that 1 or 2 match that's going to drag it down. And I think that's what's... Because when they do shows over there, as much as everybody hates it, the shows always produce. They always have banger matches over there. The crowd is phenomenal in Riyadh, and it just makes that event feel even more special. Even though a lot of us don't want them to continue going there, it's still a spectacular event that they do.
Fair enough. Mike, where can the viewers of Off the Top catch you? Where can we find you?
You guys can catch me on TikTok, All Wrestling for Life, or any other thing that I might be on TikTok. I get banned a lot, or you can catch him on one of my channels too.
Tyler, where can we catch you?
You can catch me outside. How about that?
I thought I was going to hear that.
No, you can primarily on TikTok, same username. I have Instagram. I do a little bit there, and I have Twitter. I don't really get on there too much, but honorary shoot right here. Go ahead.
Prince, where can we find you, brother?
Follow me on TikTok, AkhamPrince88, if you want great content. You want to see one of the greatest of Wrestle Talk. Follow me, AkhamPrince88. Yeah, buddy.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, hold it back. So again, like I introduced at the beginning, Cam, you've now been introduced to Off the Top. You are going to be working with Scowls on a weekly basis, doing a review show. But where can we find you?
You can find me on TikTok at Cam's Wrestling Corner. You can find me on Instagram as well at 317 Bacon, Eggs, and Cam. And yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
See more of his glorious beard, So I'm out here.
I like it.
Shadow, where can we find you?
You can find me when I'm not banned on TikTok at thatguyshadow.91. I'm usually live with these guys on a nightly basis. We're always chatting, shooting around. You can also follow Off the Top's TikTok page at Off the Top LLC on TikTok.
You can find me mostly on Twitter, Scouts24. We also have an Off the Top Twitter as well, and on YouTube is where I'll be posting all these videos that we do on here.
So once again, I just want to thank everybody that came in tonight. Tyler, Prince, Mike, Cam.
Sammy, don't forget her. She was on here for a little bit helping us out.
I mean, I was messaging her, so that's why I forgot. My bad. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it. Lovely having you on the show. We'll do this again. But any final words before you guys get off here?
Yes. Sorry I'm late. Had to deal with some stuff, but Shadow, I wanted you to know how much I appreciate you inviting me on here. I actually declined a invite to Narcolepsy Boys live tonight just so I can come hang out with you guys. So that's how much why me for me. So
I appreciate that.
Well, I personally want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. It actually made for a great panel. The constant feedback from everybody and everybody's opinions, it just makes for a good show. So thank you all for coming. Hope you guys have again soon. And thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side. Wait, you gotta say something, Shadow?
No?
Oh, alright. Peace out, guys.
thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.